So, another aha moment that I had with God. And the reason why this was such an aha moment for me was because this was something that I was practicing since 2015 about making sure like I went out of my way to give to the poor, to the homeless, to the needy, right? But the reason why it was such an aha moment, I was like, well, God, I'm doing it behind the scenes. Why do I need to talk about it? Not necessarily talk about who I'm giving it to, but talk about the principle of giving to the poor. And I didn't realize like he was really pulling on me. Hey, Angela, you need to speak more about giving to the poor. And I understand why. Like I along the years I've realized why he wants me to talk about it more, because there's, unfortunately, is not a lot of emphasis in the church about giving to the poor, giving to the needy, giving to the widows, the widowers, the orphans, the homeless, people that are persecuted, like Christians that are persecuted, like trying to give to those type of things outside of the men. And it's not to say that you can't give to your ministry. I think it's just it has been too much of an emphasis on only giving to the ministry, and not also giving to the causes and the things that God says that this stuff is on his mind, it's on his heart. And so there I have practiced that a lot, and so now I speak up but a lot about it, not as much as I want to, but I do need to just make it a big emphasis on why giving to the poor is really on the mind of God. You hear Jesus talks a lot about the needy and the poor. Even in Old Testament, it was such a big emphasis on giving to the needy, the poor, the orphans, the widows, the widowers, people who are in need. And so, what I love to do is I like to spread my seeds, and just seeing where it would germinate. Because, to be able to give to the poor, you have to look at yourself as a blessed individual. The fact that you're able to give to a person that's on the streets money, or give them food, or give them a blanket, because a lot of times we think about giving to the poor, the needy, and the homeless as just monetary. It may not be monetary. Sometimes it could be giving people blankets, or it could be giving people food, right? Providing them food. It can be, finding showing them a way, a place of shelter, right? Those are areas of giving unto the poor, the needy. And so it's also in the Old Testament that it is on the mind of God about giving to the poor, the homeless, the needy, the widowers, and the people who cannot, have a voice for themselves. And so that was another one of my aha moments. I was not foreign to giving it to the poor, because I had a parent. I watched them behind the scene give like their all when it came to the poor and the needy, right? However, I didn't necessarily see like preachings on it, so I didn't know if there were scriptures about it. Even though they were telling me, I still didn't connect the dots. And God took me through a season of making sure that I connect the dots from 2015. And then it really heightened in around during the pandemic. Like it truly really heightened, like all of these beautiful spiritual principles about being generous, and how being generous, you produce fruit. And the fruit can be in the lives of your finances, it can be in your career, it can be in your business, it can be in your family, it could be in your legacy. Like the fruit produces everywhere. That's the reason why I spread the seeds everywhere. Like I try not to only give to this organization that's helping orphans, or this organization that's helping children or whatever. I try to give it to like spread it everywhere. And so that's the thing. Don't necessarily go, where to give to. He is God in heaven. Ask him, God, who should I give to? Is there a needy person around me? All my peoples are good. Is there a needy person around me that does not have any food, or that does not have a place to stay? Is there any homeless people around me? I don't get to drive past homeless people. God, put me in a position to be able to see somebody in need, or to be able to see a widow or a widower that's begging for bread, and I buy them bread, or I buy them a food. So that's one of my aha moments. Until the next one.